If you're in a cycle where you're constantly told you're underachieving, you're not measuring up, you don't fit in, you start to believe that about yourself.
I think it's really hard being a person with a disability in the community. People are like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. I was born in Russia, so they are quite often diagnosed with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. That's kind of been my main diagnosis, as well as ADHD and cognitive impairment.
Lily had a fall, and as a result is now on the walker. But you can't do very good exercise on a walker.
I had a car accident on my way home from skiing and broke my neck, and so then I was like, whole new world. Initially, I don't think it sunk in, and then I remember my mom showing me a picture of mono skiers, and I kind of like cried and was like, I don't want to do it that way. Once I kind of started getting back into things, that helped a lot. First with the hand cycle and then skiing.
Eagle Mount is a recreational program for people with disabilities and with cancer. They have all sorts of different programs. It's awesome.
You remember we looked through the brochure and we saw the kids doing fun things, but I was worried that maybe you wouldn't be able to do those things. But we came, and you started first with horses, and then you did swimming, and every time it got better and better, and then now you do everything, right?
It's kind of a year-long thing, which is really great. So in the winter, I'll do skiing and ice skating. I do horsemanship program throughout the year and horse camp in the summer. There's adventure days and rock climbing and horticulture, which is kind of cool.
Well, this is a good environment for people of all ages and all problems. That means that I can keep on living and doing well, living at home.
They let me keep going to Big Sky since that was always my happy place, and they made it happen so I could go as much as I wanted. And then I kept meeting more volunteers, and now some of my best friends are people I've met through Eagle Mount.
I wasn't as confident about myself, and I knew I had some challenges, and I kind of tried to hide myself, but throughout the years through Eagle Mount, I got a lot more comfortable with myself, and I wasn't necessarily afraid or nervous to have a disability. I was kind of like, this is me, take it or leave it. This is what I can do.
So proud of you, buddy. Look at how strong you are.
And it started from nothing, and it's grown into a real significant contribution to our community and to the state, really. And people in Bozeman like to do things for other people, so that's why you have 1,000 volunteers.
You'd usually need a much bigger community, I feel like, to have this level of fun available.
If you're in a situation where everyone believes in you and there's kids around you doing hard things and everyone believes you can do those hard things and they'll help you, it starts as a physical thing, but it becomes the way you think of yourself.
Eagle Mount is an amazing program where they meet you where you're at, and I think that's the most important part. It's not about your disability at Eagle Mount, it's about your ability and what you can do.
Your life gets a lot better when you're able to throw recreation into it.